Hey everybody, this is Miss Nora. I'm back with another video, and today we are talking about fractions as percents. So, matter of fact, this video was requested by one of my former students, Melanie. Hey Melanie, give her a quick shout out there, sweetie pie. And anybody who needs help with fractions and percentages, Miss Dorm is here to help out. My goal is to try to assist parents who are doing virtual learning with the students, whoever's at home helping the babies, and sometimes my students are learning on their own. So whoever needs help, I want you to give me a like. If you can, subscribe, and if you like the video, you can share it with somebody who you think may need some help. All right, so let's get started. Fractions as percentages. I don't want you all to get so intimidated by fractions, okay? And percentages, all right? Miss Darn, percentages, oh no, I don't know anything about it. Let me explain it to you like this. 25% is the exact same thing, or the exact same value as 25 over 100. And that has the exact same value as decimal 25, okay? They all equal the same value. So if you look at it that way, fractions are not so intimidating. Let's talk about what fractions mean. Percents. Percents are not so intimidating. Percent actually means per 100. Okay, so per 100 for every 100, right? So, percentages and fractions and decimals are all the same. If you didn't catch it, one more time. And it doesn't just work with 25%. All right, it's all percents. Okay, 75% is the exact same value as 75 over 100, which is also the exact same value as decimal 75. And if you're in my class, how do you say decimal 75 in math language? This is the number 75, and it ends in what place value? The hundredths place. This would be 75. Guess what? Hundredths. This is also 75 hundredths. 75 over 100. All right. And then 75% is also 75 hundredths, or 75 out of 100. Okay. So let's talk about the standard algorithm for converting percents to decimals, fractions to percent. So let me see if I can move the page up and grab a pen. All right, standard algorithm. For those of us who don't know, standard algorithm means the regular way, the standard way. Algorithm means math problem, so the standard way of doing the math problem, or the regular way to do the math problem, okay? Standard algorithm, all right? Standard means regular, and then algorithm means math formula, okay? So the standard algorithm for the converting would be to, you're going to divide the numerator by the denominator, and then whatever you get for your answer, I'll put a question mark for answer, you're going to multiply that by 100. All right, so let's get ready to practice. If you were working with, let's do 75 over 100. Easy stuff, right? We're going to divide the numerator, which is the top number, by the denominator, which is the bottom number, and then we're going to multiply by 100. So 75 divided by 100. And I see something here. This is base 10 division, so we don't even have to do long division here. Okay? Base 10 division, so easy. If you were in my class before, if you need help with multiplying and dividing base 10 numbers, go back and watch Ms. Dorn's other video on multiplying and dividing base 10. That'll help you out. So we're doing 75 divided by 100. There are 2 zeros in our base 10, so we're going to move our decimal 2 place values. And because we are dividing, we move the decimal to the left to where the number gets smaller. 1, 2, replace the decimal, and our answer is 0.75, okay? Or 75 hundredths. So the standard algorithm, we've already completed. Here, let me grab this one. We've already completed the numerator divided by the denominator. We have our answer. All we do is multiply it by 100, okay? Now, I'm showing you this for a reason, and it'll become apparent in just a second. Now, we have our 0.75 times 100. 2 place values, because we have 2 zeros in our base 10 number, we're going to move our decimal to the right because we're multiplying. Numbers get bigger. 1, 2, place the decimal. Now we have our percentage. All right, 75%. And I'll draw my percent sign. Now, that was too easy, right? Very, very easy. It was that easy because it's base 10, multiplication and division. But what if you don't have a base 10 fraction? And let me move up on the page. Let's talk about it here quickly. If you don't have, let's say, real world example. If you have a test and your teacher gives you back your paper and you got a 29 out of 50. Well, what percentage is that? Did I get 100? Did I get an F? Did I get an A? Did I get an 80? This is what you do. Use the same standard algorithm, okay? You take the numerator, divide it by the denominator, and whatever you get for your answer, you multiply by 100, okay? So here, let's get started. The numerator is 29, and then we're going to divide by the denominator. And you say, well, Ms. Durham, 50 is bigger than 29, so then you know you need to use your decimal division, all right? And with decimal division, you know, we move it up. If you need help with decimal or long division, look at another one of Ms. Durham's videos, buddies. I'm here to help, okay? When you move up the decimal, you know, you ignore the decimal at the bottom and add a 0, right? So now we have a number that we can divide into, right? Because 50 can divide into 290, right? So for those of us who need me to, I usually take my students place value by place value, or number by number here. That way, they don't get the answer in the wrong place value at the top, all right? So here, how many times is 50 divided into 2? I hope you said 0. If you didn't say 0, we have some work to do, okay? Now, once you've tried the first number, you got 0, you tried the first 2 numbers. How many times is 50 divided into 29? Very good, 0. Once we try the first 2 numbers and we still got 0, we're going to go to the first 3 numbers. How many times is 50 divided into 90? This is where you can use your calculator. And parents, teachers, people who are helping at home, students, this is where Ms. Durham will give you a quick lecture. I am a big proponent of students being able to use calculator after 6th grade. When they start getting into those more advanced math classes, it's all about calculators. At some point in some schools, 7th and 8th grade, students are learning how to master those graphing calculators. When they get in high school and advanced math, and especially college calculus, statistics, all of that, they will use calculators all the time. Math and calculator will be in the same sentence on all of those classes. So after 6th grade, I am a proponent of students using calculators. They need to learn how to master those calculators. Now, before 6th grade, they need that foundation. Okay, and students, you ought to pay attention to this, because if you're helping yourself and sometimes students aren't learning on their own, you really need to know your multiplication facts and some mental math. You need to have a good foundation on mental math strategies and then learn your multiplication facts. So that will definitely help. So before 6th grade calculation, yeah. After 6th grade, yes. Okay. All right, let's get going. 50 divides into 290. If we think about it, I can get 2 50s out of 100, right? So out of 200, I can get 4, and then one more 50 out of 90. So this would be 5, right? 5 times 50 equals 250. And then 290 minus 250. For those of us who need it, place value subtraction, 0 minus 0. 9 minus 5 is 40. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. Then we start all over from the beginning with division. 50 divides into 40. We can't do that. So we're going to bring down our 0. We can add a 0, another one, because we've added a decimal, right? So now 50 divides into 400. So if I can get 2 50s out of 100, I can get another 2 out of 200, which means I can get 4 out of 400. Okay, that's more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can get 8 out of 400. And let me erase this because I'm going to need the space here. Okay, so now 8 times 50 equals 400. Now, I wouldn't have had to do this if we had used our calculator. 400 minus 400 equals 0. So our answer here is 0.58. So far, we've done this part of the standard algorithm. Numerator divided by the denominator. The only thing left is to take that number and multiply by 100. Okay? So I'm going to take our 0.58 and multiply by 100. All right, this is our base 10. Multiplication, easy stuff. How many zeros are in our base 10 number? 2 zeros in our base 10 number. And because we are multiplying, we're going to move our decimal to the right to where the number gets bigger. When you multiply, numbers get bigger. 1, 2. So the answer now is 58 with a decimal at the end, or 58%. Very good. So we use our standard algorithm to convert our percent or fraction to a percent. And that is it for today. Watch the video as much as you need to. Stop and pause it, rewatch it, whatever you need to do to help out a little bit. If you have any questions, Ms. Dorm is definitely here to help. Sweetie Pies, Honey Bunches of Oats. Just don't forget, you take the numerator divided by the denominator. I feel like I have to restate it. And then whatever you get for your answer, multiply by 100. All right, I love everybody. I hope this helps. Bye, Melanie.